Hi, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to do a review on one of my favorite cases, the Cooler Master Half-X. This is the box for it. It's massive, it's huge. Shipping must cost quite a bit of money. But thankfully it has handles on both sides, but I didn't want to actually go through taking it out of the box, so it's already out. So here is the Cooler Master Half-X. Now, there is a new version, it's called the Cooler Master Half, which doesn't have all the features. I really don't like it for one particular reason. It's built for water cooling and it has a removable plastic like carpeting filter thing on top that you can't secure. And it has a fill hole in which you can't secure, like I said. That, again, I don't know what Cooler Master was thinking, but unfortunately, I can't do a review in that case because it's been built for a customer. So what we can do is we can review this really nice good case here. So this is a full-size case and it's made of thick gauge steel. This thing is heavy and you can feel how heavy it is. But what we have here is we have a clear see-through window. A really big clear see-through window in an L shape. We have a huge 200mm fan on the side. Very quiet fan, by the way. And this fan is equipped for, if you would like to put LEDs in here, you can. There are 4 grommets here for LED lights if you'd like to manually put in. But the steel is very thick, very sturdy stuff. Okay, let's see. Let me set this out of the way. And here's the inside of the case. This case is great for gaming and great for productivity. It has, as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5.5 bays. And it's very easy to install a hard drive. You just take it out. You bend this inward, outward sort of. And these 4 little prongs here would go into the screw holes. Put the hard drive in here. Insert. And it would lock in, and then you're in. To install a DVD drive, it's quite simple. You take off the front of the case, by the way. You have a whole bunch of connections here too, by the way. We have 2 USB 3.0 in the front, and this can actually double as USB 2 also. 2 USB 2 headers here, headphone, microphone, FireWire, and eSATA. And then on top we have this little sliding door here. We have a big power button here. You have a big button here for reset, and you have a power button on top for fan LED. Because in the front you have a huge I believe it is a 200mm fan, or what big 140. I can't remember after that. Oh, it's a 200mm definitely. Red LED fan, and this is blowing, intaking cold air directly to cool off all the hard drives you have here. Not only that, whatever residual air you have left is actually funneled through this air funnel channel here directly to the graphics cards here in the back. So you have great airflow throughout the whole system. What you also have here is you have a shroud here to cover up any wires for the power supply. So it makes it look really nice and helps with airflow. But let me see if we can get some more lighting in this. Oh, there's a flashlight down there too. You want to go grab it? Because I would like to show them where we get the. It's really hard to see. We don't have much lighting here. So I'm going to put a light inside the case so that you can all get a better view of the case itself. So the hard drive base here. How to install a 5¼ inch DVD or Blu-ray? You slip it in from the front, press it in to lock, press it in to unlock. So again, we do have a hot swap bay in the back here. As you can see here, we have 2 SATA leads here and a 4-pin Molex connector here. This is the hot swap bay. This gets connected, and in front we can actually see you have 2 hot swap bays, and it's all pre-drilled out for a 2.5 inch to 3.5 inch hard drive, and then you just plug it in there, and voila, you'd access your external hard drives. That way, transfer data much faster than you do externally. So it's a really nice feature alone to have. But we have a whole bunch of cable management holes here. As you can see, all the holes here, and it will fit a micro ATX to a full-size motherboard. And we have so many cable management holes. So this is a great case to work with. Another thing this case has that is really nice, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a whole lot of expansion bays right there, folks. And what's really super nice is that there are thumb screws. None of that really flimsy, you know, toolless design. The new Cooler Master half case has a toolless design. They're red, basically little flip down hold bars. It doesn't hold too well. So, and all these little PCI expansion slots are all vented. Power supply goes on the bottom. This huge vented side here for any exhausting. You have a 140mm exhaust fan in the back, but you can also put it at 140 if you'd like to. You have holes for the USB 3 and any type of wiring you need to. And of course, this could be for water cooling too. So let's go to the back of the case, because the back of the case has a whole bunch of features that I'd like to, to the left side of the case. Now, what you'll see about the left side of the case is that it actually comes out. It's not flat. You don't have any vent holes, but since it's pushed out, you have a lot of space to hide cables here. And you want that because you don't want the cables inside the case to disrupt airflow. But as you can see back here, there are, I'll put a light to it again because we don't have that much lighting. Here's the back of the case. You have a huge cutout for the CPU retention plate. But what's really great is that you have an access port up here where you can actually route wires from the bottom of the power supply all the way to the top. This is great for the 200mm fans up top, or for any CPU fan coolers, and for the 4-pin or a 8-pin CPU power connector. A whole bunch of cables that come through here, and there are cutouts here for any kind of banding or zip tying here. So they really put a lot of thought into this. And here we have a whole bunch of room here again for hiding cables and such. And these are all pre-drilled out here also if you wanted to use screws to secure your DVD bays or your DVD drives or Blu-ray drives. So a lot of room in this case to do stuff with. But this is probably one of the best cases that I've actually ever worked with. And if for those of you who are considering the price difference between the Cooler Master Half X, which is this, versus the Cooler Master Half, don't even think twice. This is the much better case. The biggest difference between this case and the Half X, between the Half X and the Half, is that you can turn off the LED light here. You have 2 hot swap bays here. In the Cooler Master Half, the new version, you don't. And in terms of USB 3.0, the USB 3 here, these are actually, and this I don't like, so I would have to address that. In the past, this case was released before USB 3.0 became a standard on motherboards. So many motherboards out there do not have USB 3 headers on the motherboard itself. What they have is USB 3.0 headers in the back of the I/O plate. And for some reason, I can't get this apart. So let's... Oh, having terrible disabilities here. let me just get in here and untie this real quick so that we can. Okay, I must be disabled or something right now. But basically, what they are is actually I'm gonna cut them away because I do want to show you all the big difference between the USB headers here. A lot of wiring here, folks. But we have a whole bunch of wires here. But this is the USB 3.0 headers here. And what I would do is, to make this actually work, you'd route it through the inside of the case, and you get a shot of this part. It'll come out and it'll connect to the back I/O plate. This is a very messy way of doing it, but when USB 3.0 first came out, this was the only available option because motherboards weren't, or they did not have USB 3.0 headers on the motherboard itself, only on the back. And that's the biggest difference between, one of the big significant differences between this case and the new Cooler Master half, is that the new Cooler Master half actually has USB 3.0 here on the bottom, 2 of them, and it has the proper connections. Here we have an example. This is our USB 2.0 connector here. This is the female connector here, and it would go onto the motherboard in like this. We don't have that option here. Okay, the new Cooler Master half does have USB 3.0 connectors that do connect internally. So that's one of the biggest differences. But that doesn't mean that this isn't a great case. This is still an awesome case. If you really wanted that feature, you could always buy it, those 2 headers here, USB connectors. I'm sure they make them now. I haven't actually done my research into which companies are releasing them, but I'm sure that you can always buy an aftermarket one, connected in the 5 1/4 inch bay here, with the proper female connectors that will connect onto the male headers on the motherboard. So, but quite a lengthy unboxing and little review, but it's one of my favorite cases. Oh, one last thing about this and the accessory box, which I will have to end up cutting anyway, is you should take a look at what they have in the accessory box so you know what you're getting when you buy this. And you're getting quite a bit actually. You have zip ties, black zip ties. We have all the screws black, painted black. We have here our speaker cable and USB 2.0 extension wires here. And we have 4 little wheels because you can actually put, this case is so heavy, some people use this for a workstation, for example. I built a couple for musicians and people who are serious about video editing. The amount of hard drive space you get, the quiet fans, just the hot swap base makes this a great dual purpose computer for gaming or productivity. A lot of people have this in their studio or have it in their basement. It's pretty heavy. You don't want to really put this on a table unless you really want to. But you have wheels that have locks on them too, so they're little brakes, so that little kids don't come and just push it and it keeps rolling forever, And one last thing we have in here is we have, oh wow, this is a 4-pin, I'm sorry, this is an 8-pin power extender for the CPU, in case your power supply cable isn't long enough. And what we have here is the handle. This is a PCI handle. What this is for is it actually locks onto your graphics card. It actually supports the weight of your graphics card. This is for graphics cards like the 6950, 6990, or the GTX 580, or the 590. So, or any, for example, you probably wouldn't do this for people who buy this case. Might buy a you know, a huge powerful card, or we can have people doing work and they might be buying professional cards, Fire Pro or Quattro cards. So, but long video, but thanks for watching. Any questions or comments, post them at the bottom of the video, and see you later.